Springtime is generally a time of optimism for farmers. The hope is that the new crop going in the ground will grow and prosper.
However, farmers going into this year are facing an uphill battle. As TWILA's Neil Melancon tells us, this is one of the worst times for the farm economy in almost 3 decades.
Farmers in Louisiana knew this past fall that 2019 would shape up to be a tough year in farming. Many are facing having to get an additional loan for 2018 to cash flow before even starting on 2019's investment.
2019 is going to be an extension of the financial challenges that producers faced last year and really have faced over the past 3, 4, or 5 years. And that stems from tightness in cash flow statements, rising interest rates, and really the increased requirements of collateral when producers go in to seek operating loans or farm ownership loans.
At the recent meeting of the American Sugarcane League, the focus was, of course, on sugar, which had a fairly good year, but many folks here also grow other crops like soybeans. Keynote speaker Jim Wiesemeyer said even with government intervention, there were tough times ahead for many of those crops.
While the Trump tariff payments have helped, they don't heal all those wounds. We're down 70% in working capital from the peak in 2012.
Wiesemeyer added that although things were tough, the passage of the 2018 Farm Bill might prevent a complete collapse of the farm economy.
We have really better safety nets now, not only the farm programs, but in the crop revenue assurance, especially in the Midwest, corn and soybeans. You have a substantial revenue assurance program, that protects from a price relationship, which means February prices are going to be very key because that'll set the guarantees.
Even with those guarantees, the damage to spring soybean acres is likely done, Diliberto said.
I think with the new crop soybean corn price ratios the way they are, I think that ratio favors less soybeans moving out of rotation and going into corn.
Diliberto said the 2 things producers can do is run, don't walk to your local FSA office with paperwork in hand to get those spring loans running now, and 2, pay extra careful attention to the markets or use a marketing service to maximize the price throughout 2019. For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Neil Melancon.
Now, the volume of farm loans reached a historical high for the 4th quarter of 2018, increasing more than $10 billion or 22% more than the previous year. Worse still, interest rates on those loans went higher while farm income has gone lower. And the only good news may be that land value for farm real estate has gone up. But if farmers don't own the land, then it doesn't really help them out any.
No, it doesn't for the folks who lease. I tell you what though, Jim Wiesemeyer, who we just heard from in Neil Melancon's piece, he is one of those knowledgeable people who also knows how to talk to you about these sort of things that can make you want to yawn and make you want to cry all at the same time, but tells it to you in a way that's engaging and really helps to get the points across.
Well, I know that I'm glad Landon and his father sold some beans yesterday that they hauled off, so it's cutting into, they've still got, more than half of the beans that they haven't sold in their grain bins.
So are you saying you get to keep the electricity on at your house?
I hope so. I hope so.